Lost into my singing.
Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is October 22nd, 2018, and I gotta give a shout out to my man Vincent Breslin for the Hilltop Hoods Cosby Sweater song. I ain't never heard this joint, but this is pretty hot. Thanks for the song request, bro. What's good, people? Hope you guys are doing well this morning. Monday, I know, start of the week. The winter time is just depressing for me, man. It just gets dark early. You know, it's cold in the northeast, but I'm here. I'm ready to rock. Hope you guys are too. Today, we're going to be looking at the two articles that caught my attention this morning. One being out of the Ethereum camp. They're actually delaying. It's officially being delayed. The upgrade to the Ethereum blockchain. We'll talk about that in detail. And then secondly, a project I told you guys I fully support, I use on a daily basis, Brave browser. Their token BAT is up crazy in the last 4 or 5 days, up about 50-60%. We're gonna look at why that's going on. Again, I know good projects when I see them, and this is definitely one that I believe in. So I want to definitely cover that. Some other coins have been mooning too. Veritasium is up heavy. Reggie Middleton inking some deals, or close to inking some deals in Nigeria. So they're up. And then this other coin called Raven Coin or something. Never heard of it. They're up crazy after getting listed on Binance. But we're going to definitely talk about BATs today. And maybe I'll follow up with the other ones on another video. But first, I want you guys to jump over to Crypto Blood. I always forget to do this. Those Make Crypto Great Again hats, they're available now on the website. So check it out. Just go to cryptoblood.io and click that image. It'll take you right to the product. And check it out. Also got other products on there too. Some nice tees on there for you guys. Check out. If you are repping that crypto gang heavily, then you might want to check out some of these tees as well. We got some nice ones up here, some Bitcoin and Litecoin ones, and some Crypto Blood ones as well. So that's cryptoblood.io. Check that out. That's my shameless plug. But the market cap is at 210, just about where it was Saturday on my last My Two Satoshis video. Bitcoin's dominance is at 53.7%, and there isn't much to talk about, honestly. As far as the majors, no real price action, as you can see, just trading in the very, very tight range between 6,300 being the lower bound and 6,400 being the upper bound. So now at this point, what you could do is go ahead and just draw a channel here. I'm just going to use just a horizontal line. And you can use these as reference points for a breakout, either above or below. So now we have reference points. If you were trading actively and manually, you would set your buy orders above 6,400. So about 6,500 is a good 6,510, somewhere around there. And then if you were shorting, you know, you would go put your short limits at around 6,336. And this is off of the Bitstamp exchange. So that's where we are with that. Nothing really to talk about in regards to price action. On to the first article that is out of CoinSpeaker, and it's talking about Ethereum's Constantinople upgrade delayed to early 2019. And I did cover this last week or the week before. I said that, you know, this was concerning to me. There was no official delay at that point. There was just some discussion with the developers about how to handle the issues they were finding. Primarily at that point, it was more about the miners not really supporting this upgrade on the testnet, at least. But this looks like now they're delaying for another reason, or maybe an additional reason, and that is multiple bugs in the code. So it says here, after finding multiple bugs in the code released on Ropsten's testnet, the developers have now decided to postpone the mainnet release. It says here, it looks like the problems for the Ethereum blockchain network are aggravating further and further. The meeting between Ethereum developers last Friday concluded that upcoming Constantinople upgrade will be postponed to early 2019. The entire meeting between the developers is recorded and published on YouTube. They have a link there and you'll be able to access that through the link to this article that I will pin at the bottom of this video. It goes on to say here, last week, the developers have now decided to postpone the mainnet release. According to the latest discussion, the hard fork can occur sometime by late January or early February. One of the developers says here, I keep getting the feeling that we're trying to rush this, and I would second that. We should breathe and see what happens. During the meeting, one more developer said that it might be politically right to call Constantinople an upgrade instead of a hard fork. At the time of the testnet launch on Ropsten on October 13th, the hard fork code ran into a series of hurdles. The fork stalled just shy of block number 4.3 million, just one block before the panel activation at block number 4,230,000. The fork stalled for almost 2 hours as all the participating miners ultimately failed to go through its activation. However, developer Schroden pointed that not a single miner was mining on the Constantinople chain, which led to a 2-hour delay before processing the final block. Another issue raised was the lack of an effective tool to rightly monitor the hard fork launch on the testnet. The Ethereum Constantinople upgrade proposed 5 backward incompatible changes to the network as below, and they go through the EAPs here. The first one here is EAP 145, more cost-effective and efficient approaching to processing information. EAP 1014 proposes a better approach to accommodating network scaling solutions such as off-chain transactions. EAP 1052 proposes an improvement on how contracts are processed. And then EAP 1234, 12-month delay of difficulty bomb, reduce mining rewards from 3 ETH to 2 ETH. And then lastly, EAP 1283 proposes a better way to monetize data storage changes made by smart contract programmers. Now that the delay is certain, the update can see other proposed changes being brought forth as well. Martin Holst, security lead at the Ethereum Foundation, talked about adding the code for the ProgPow proposal in Constantinople. The ProgPow aims at enhancing Ethereum's resistance to specialized mining hardware like ASICs. There is a fear that the existing use of ASIC chips can centralize mining power in the hands of a few powerful miners. Not can, but it already is, in my opinion. He says here, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that if we do decide that Constantinople isn't until January or February, then I would probably try to push for including ProgPow into the upgrade. During the Friday meeting, the Ethereum Foundation Communications Officer Hudson Jamieson told developers that a lot of work still needs to be done to prepare for mainnet release. He noted that there's a need for more coordination with miners on when they switch over hash power, which also includes mainnet. So there you have it. I will say this, I'm critical of Ethereum for sure. I think they're just totally behind, and this puts them even further behind. But I will say this, it's better to delay than to make rushed decisions in this game, in this blockchain game, because it can have catastrophic consequences. So that's the best thing to do, in my opinion. You guys let me know, was the delay a good thing, or do you think they should have just rolled it out and roll with the punches and try to keep this thing moving, keep that momentum? You know, they say January, February, but who knows? You know, these things are so complicated, these upgrades. And listen, kudos to the foundation and the core developers working hard over at Ethereum, something I don't have the skill set to do, so I'm not. It's very difficult what they're doing. They're pioneering innovative ways of doing blockchain, and you know, I have to give them credits to that, definitely. But I operate in the world of reality, and I just feel like Ethereum has gotten us to where we are, and other projects will probably take that, evolve, and grow and be much better than Ethereum. That doesn't mean that Ethereum's a failure. It plays an important part in the history, or the future I should say, in blockchain. So you guys let me know your thoughts though on this. Where do you think Ethereum's gonna really end up next year, man? I'm kind of critical of it. but I would definitely love to hear what you guys have to say. That second article, though, is out of Trust Nodes, and it's about a project that uses Ethereum, at least their token, and it's a basic attention token, the Brave browser. It's been going up crazy since last week. Nice run up, and I still think it's undervalued, to be honest with you. But it says here, BAT is one of the few tokens in green today, up another 16%, as it appears many have been impressed by the new Brave browser. Yeah, they did put out a new Brave browser. I forgot to mention that. It is fast, it is convenient, it is privacy focused. It is the only browser to have a Tor tab, and it has a basic attention token. The token is up more than 40% since October 10th, increasing in anticipation of a Coinbase listing. I told you guys this. I think this is going to happen, this Coinbase listing for sure. In addition, the co-founder of Mozilla and his team appear to have added some fuel by launching the browser that feels like a browser and feels more modern. So making Brave appealing in itself, raising the question of whether the browser is the product or the basic attention token. The browser may be cool, but it is in many ways a vehicle for the vision of the token economy fueled by BAT. The Ethereum-based token has a fixed supply, with much of it being given away to increase adoption. The business model relies on tokenization, advertising. The idea is that an advertiser has to pay for ads with BAT, although practically it wouldn't make any difference if they paid with whatever they want, as the Brave team or some automatic method could instantly convert it into BAT. The BAT is then distributed between the users and the publishers, with users further distributing the BAT they receive to publishers they like, either through some monthly set amount or in manual tips. So with browsing being at least just as good, if not better than others, plenty have switched. As far as advertisers are concerned, they have a central repository they can go to, and presumably they'd be able to select where their ads show up. What quality publishers get, however, isn't very clear. Any BATs they receive would probably be pennies. The bargaining power would be considerably weakened, and many of them may just see it as a new version of AdSense. So the article suggests that BAT needs to create a more sophisticated method if it is to keep happy the ones that bring users and advertisers. How that can be done algorithmically is a difficult question, but conceptually there needs to be some sort of premium for quality sites or videos. It goes on to say here, the browser right now is far too small for anyone to care much about practical aspects, with Brave's advertising model not yet out, so it isn't quite clear how it would work. As it grows, however, there are many components to consider for Brave if it wishes to improve on the current advertising model where publishers are concerned, meaning this is all very much an experiment, and perhaps an interesting experiment, but whether it will work or not remains to be seen. That's very true, but you know, look who's behind it. Is the co-founder of Mozilla is behind this project. He's the I think the CEO. Man, who better to have, right? He pioneered what we know as web browsing today, so he definitely has a unique and very competitive advantage as far as skill sets to make this work, and I think they will. I really do. Like I said, I just have a gut feeling about the Brave browser, and I think they're really going to change the model of what this article talked about: end users, advertisers, and publishers. That paradigm, I believe they're really going to change it, you know, and the one that changes it is going to be the one that's really going to take a lot of market share. And you know, of course, if it works, you'll have others like Google follow suit. But at that point, it's like, you know, at what point does Google get into the game and copy what Brave is attempting to do? Hopefully it'll be at a later point, I should say, so that Brave can really take a lot of market share from how Google does their thing. But we'll see. You know, again, I think excellent idea. If you guys have not downloaded and checked out the Brave browser, check it out. And publishers, you definitely want to go claim your websites, your YouTube channel, and start earning. You know, accumulate those BAT tokens if you can. That's pretty much it. You guys let me know your thoughts about the BAT or Brave browser, that whole project. Do you like it? If so, why? If not, tell me why. And I'd love to know your opinions about that in the comments below. But that's pretty much it for today, ladies and gents. Again, don't forget to get over to cryptoblood.io and copy one of those hats. And give a shout out to my man Vincent Breslin again for that Hilltop Hoods Cosby sweater. It's your boy Crypto Blood. That's my 2 Satoshis for October 22nd, 2018. And I'm out. How?